Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to discuss our new chapter balance of trade and balance of payment. आप लोगों ने ये दो शब्द सुने होंगे, बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड एंड बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट. बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड is a systematic record of all visible items of export and import. While according to Professor Kendall Berger, balance of payment is a systematic record of all economic transaction of between the residents of the reporting countries and residents of the foreign countries during a given period of time. In short, what is the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment? Balance of trade is a narrow concept. It related to the transaction of only visible items of export and import. मतलब ये कौन सा transaction दिखाता है? Only transaction regarding physical goods, okay, commodities. While balance of payment is a comprehensive concept, wide concept. It not only includes visible items of export and imports, but also invisible items of export and imports. What is invisible items? Services, banking, insurance, tourism. These are the services. The value of services are also included in balance of payment, as well as international movement of capital. What is international movement of capital? Transfer of financial resources from one country to other country. So balance of payment is a wide concept, comprehensive concept. It includes not only visible items of export and import, but also invisible items of export and imports, as well as international movement of capital. So from the above discussion, from this discussion, what we come to know, that balance of trade is only a part of balance of payment. So balance of trade gives only partial view of the economic condition of the country, while the balance of payment gives the reliable picture, the real picture of the economic condition of the country. Okay, so this is the difference between balance of trade and balance of payment. Now, in strict accounting sense, balance of payment is always in balance. Balance में होगा. Current account हो, capital account हो, balance of payment is in balance situation. But so far as current account is concerned, when we are talking about disequilibrium in balance of payment, we are talking about this current account when total receipt is less than total payments of the country. The total value of our import is greater than total value of our export. Okay, total receipt is not that much for the fall short for the making payment to the other countries. So disequilibrium arise hota hai. So as per your syllabus, we will discuss what are the causes of disequilibrium in the balance of payment. First is there are 4 factors: economic factors, second natural factors, third political factor, and fourth is miscellaneous factors. First, economic factors. इसमें first कौन सा है? Cyclical fluctuation, trade cycle. In the last lecture we discussed there are 4 stages: prosperity, recession, depression, and recovery. So cyclical fluctuations are also responsible for creating disequilibrium in the balance of payment. In prosperity stage क्या होगा? In prosperity, output increase, employment increase, income increases. Suppose price of the goods and services increases. अगर प्राइस बढ़ेगा और ये कंट्री एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है और उसकी इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड इज ग्रेटर देन 1 है, मतलब रिलेटिवली इलास्टिक है, तो क्या होगा? एक्सपोर्ट विल फॉल ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन प्राइस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. The product will lose their competitive stand in the international market. So this is the reason why the balance of payment will be in disequilibrium. On the other hand, suppose in जो country दूसरी कंट्री में एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है और फॉरेन कंट्रीज में रिसेशन है, Suppose X country is exported in A, B and C countries, और ये A, B और C कंट्रीज में, इस सारे कंट्रीज में रिसेशन चल रहा है, तो X कंट्री का जो एक्सपोर्ट है वो फॉल हो जाएगा. Getting my point? So cyclical fluctuations are also responsible for creating disequilibrium in balance of payment due to increase in price, okay, or due to recession in the foreign countries. The disequilibrium in balance of payment can be arises. Next, inflation. Inflationary pressure in the economy is also responsible for creating disequilibrium in balance of payment. Inflation is responsible from both the way. On the one hand, inflation reduces our exports. On the other hand, inflation increases our imports. So both the way, inflationary pressure is responsible for causing disequilibrium in balance of payment. इन्फ्लेशन से एक्सपोर्ट कैसे कम होगा? ड्यू टू प्राइस इंक्रीज, प्राइस ज्यादा होगा तो डिमांड फॉल होगा. सपोज एक्स कंट्री में इन्फ्लेशन ज्यादा है इन कंपेयर टू अदर कंट्रीज, सो ऑब्वियसली our exports will lose, exported items will lose their competitive strength in the international market, so our exports tend to fall. On the other hand, due to rise in price of income, domestic goods, what people will do? People will prefer imported item. अगर अपनी कंट्रीज में अपनी डोमेस्टिक जो प्रोडक्शन है, डोमेस्टिक जो आइटम है, उसके प्राइसेस अगर बढ़ जाए तो व्हाट विल वी डू? वी विल प्रीफर इंपोर्टेड आइटम, सो इंपोर्ट बढ़ेगा. और सेकेंड रीजन है, ड्यूरिंग इन्फ्लेशन मनी इनकम ऑफ द पीपल इंक्रीज, देयरफॉर दे आल्सो प्रीफर इंपोर्टेड गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. सो इन्फ्लेशन, on the one hand, inflation tends to fall our export, and inflation also tends to rise our import. So both the way it can cause disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Next, capital movement. Due to political instability in the country or any other factors, if there is a flight of capital from our country to foreign countries, the problem arises. Or when a country borrows heavily from the other countries, डेवलपिंग कंट्री है, अंडर डेवलप कंट्रीज, वो डेवलप कंट्रीज के पास से बहुत ज्यादा लोन ले ले, और इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जैसे IMF, वर्ल्ड बैंक, इसके पास ज्यादा हैवीली बोरो कर ले, तो प्रॉब्लम ऑफ डिसइक्विलिब्रियम इन बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट कैन बी अराइज, बिकॉज इट हैज टू मेक पेमेंट, इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट करना पड़ता है, कैपिटल उसको पे करना पड़ेगा, सो it cause disequilibrium in balance of payment. At the same time, there are some reasons which results in the fall in export, and there are some factors which rise in import. So this is the reason why exports में fall होने से और import में rise होने से, दोनों से disequilibrium cause हो सकता है. First है contraction of the economy, fall in the domestic production, दो साथ में डिस्कस करेंगे. During recession, during depression, obviously in the last lecture we discussed that during trade cycle, that sometimes economic activities expand, sometimes economic activity contract. Economic activity contract मतलब fall in output, fall in employment, failure of investment project, falling in price, etc. अगर इकोनॉमी का कॉन्ट्रैक्शन है, रिसेशन फेज है, डिप्रेशन फेज है, तो क्या होगा कि डोमेस्टिक आउटपुट फॉल होगा. ओके, सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू गेट एक्सपोर्टेबल सरप्लस. अगर अपनी डिमांड को ही हम सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर सकते तो एक्सपोर्ट के लिए एक्सपोर्टेबल सरप्लस कहाँ लाएंगे, कहाँ से लाएंगे? ओके, सो दिस इज द रीजन व्हाई देयर इज फॉल इन एक्सपोर्ट व्हेन इकोनॉमी इज पासिंग थ्रू अ recession phase or depression state, when there is a contraction of economy. Next, higher prices and inferior quality of export goods. If you want to increase your export, obviously the prices of your exportable goods should be competitive in international market, and the quality should be superior. क्योंकि अपने कंट्रीज में शायद हम कुछ प्रोडक्ट सेल कर सकते हैं, मगर इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में तो आपकी जो प्रोडक्ट क्वालिटी है प्रोडक्ट की वो अच्छी होनी ही चाहिए, अदरवाइज यू आर नॉट एबल टू सेल द योर गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट. India has to first in many agricultural commodities, in horticultural commodities. This is the reason higher price and inferior quality of exportable goods. Currency appreciation. When our currency appreciate, obviously our exports tend to fall. जितना करेंसी का वैल्यू बढ़ेगा उतना एक्सपोर्ट ज्यादा कॉस्टली होगा. I will try to explain you. Suppose at present $1 is equal to ₹70. So एक कोई एक्स प्रोडक्ट है उसकी प्राइस है ₹350 इन इंडिया. हम लोग एक्सचेंज रेट के ऊपर जाएंगे तो $5, अबाउट $5 इन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट, कि ₹350 इज इक्वल टू $5. नाउ ड्यू टू सम रीजन सपोज आवर करेंसी अप्रिशिएट, $1 इज इक्वल टू 50 हो जाएगा, तो वही ₹350 की जो प्रोडक्ट है उसकी प्राइस इंटरनेशनल प्राइस कितनी हो जाएगी? $7. सो प्राइस ऑफ प्रोडक्ट एक्स प्रोडक्ट इंक्रीजेस फ्रॉम $5 to $7. व्हाट इज द रीजन? ड्यू टू करेंसी अप्रिशिएशन. सो व्हेन देयर इज करेंसी अप्रिशिएशन, obviously our exports tend to fall. Next, obstructive government policy. When government policies are not favorable, when government impose heavy indirect taxes in form of excise duty, sales tax, GST, etc., etc., obviously prices of our products will increase and our exports tend to fall. So these are the factors which lead to fall in exports. There are some factors also with increase in our import. We have already discussed inflation. Inflation may our import tend to rise. Fall in domestic production. Obviously domestic production अगर fall हो जाएंगे तो हम लोग क्या, we have to satisfy our needs from the imported items. हमको import करना compulsory हो जाएगा. We have no choice. We have to import from the foreign countries. So obviously which rise in our import. Demonstration effect. This is very, very strong in developing country like India. In first year BCom, you have studied demonstration effect. When we purchase product, not because of our genuine need, because our friends have, our relatives have, show off करना है हमको. So demonstration effect is very, very strong in country like India, developing country. और demonstration effect के कारण ही हम लोग imported item को ज़्यादा prefer करते हैं. अगर मेरे पास अगर imported watch है स्विट्जरलैंड की, जापान की, so I'll be मुझे मैं अपने आप को superior महसूस करूँगा. Okay, this is the reason why import of particular products increasing day by day. Cheaper prices and better quality of foreign goods. Okay. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ चाइना उनको ये बेस्ट एग्जांपल है. द प्रोडक्ट्स आर बेटर क्वालिटी तो इतना नहीं है मगर प्राइस चीपर. सो फार एज इंडिया इज कंसर्न इन आवर प्रोडक्ट पीपल वी आर प्राइस कॉन्शियस. हमको प्राइस कॉन्शियस ज़्यादा है. Product or the foreign products are available in a cheaper rate, obviously we definitely prefer cheaper items. This is the reason why the selling of Chinese products are much higher in India. This is the reason. हम लोग चाइना के ऊपर बैन करने की जितने भी बात कर रहे हैं मगर इतना पॉसिबल नहीं है अभी. I just listen to that debate that 77% of our mobile phones are importing from China. Okay, this is the reason why higher price, cheaper price and better quality of the product. So these are the some factors which leads to fall in exports. These are the factors which leads to rise in import and causes disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Next, natural factors. Natural factors can also responsible for causing disequilibrium in balance of payment like flood, famine, etc. So this can destroy the productive asset of the nation. It can destroy agricultural asset or industrial product, like war situation ho, fear of foreign aggression ho. These are the external factors which can also responsible for creating disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Political factors, there is always a positive relationship between political stability and economic growth. If there is political instability, अभी आप बात करें कि war situation हो और कोई भी situation हो, political stability instability हो, तो obviously which will reduce our export and it can create disequilibrium in the balance of payment. There are also other factors like population growth. India best example है, as due to increase in population, price of demand for each and every items, they are increasing day by day. Demand बढ़ती जा रही, structural changes in the economy, discovery of the new product. These are also other factors which can create disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Okay, most important economic factors. So in this lecture, what we discuss that balance of payment is a broad concept, comprehensive concept. It includes all economic transaction between the residents of the reporting country and residents of the foreign countries. It includes not only includes visible items of export and import, also invisible items of export and import, as well as international movement of capital. So balance of trade is only a part of balance of payment. Balance of payment is always in balance situation in accounting terms. But so far as current accounting concern, in economics, we have also to discuss what are the causes of disequilibrium in the balance of payment. Economic factors, natural factors, political factors and miscellaneous factors. आज के लिए इतना रहेगा. Thank you very much.